think today's a good as day as any, a good of day as any, good as day, whatever, to do a Am I the A-hole? So let's get up on our moral high ground and judge other people because they're asking to be judged. Okay, before we get started, and these are Am I the A-holes from Facebook, not Reddit, because I'm on a Reddit break. I deleted a bunch of my social media. So these are Am I the A-holes from Facebook. Before we get started, you know the drill, you know the deal. We have to do some channel maintenance, some channel hygiene. So if you are new here, welcome to my nonsense. And if you're old here, welcome back. Oh geez, if you're new here, please consider hitting subscribe. If you're old here, go double check, make sure you're subscribed. Hit the like if you like, leave a comment. It could be related to the video, it could just be anything, a few emojis, whatever, as long as it's cool and respectful. Hit the notification bell. As always, I will link my tip jars down yonder in the description box. No pressure whatsoever, but every $1 or $2 helps. That's what allows me to continue to make content. Also, you are invited to my Patreon. I know not everybody can come, but the link to my Patreon is always down below in the description box. I'm back to doing customs. The email will be down below. It doesn't hurt to ask what triggers you like or whatever, and if I say no, I say no. No hard feelings. Okay. Am I the a-hole? And then it says like the OP, the original poster, is they're going to call themselves B. So there's an A and a B personality in this. On a full 3-hour flight where you pick your seat when booking in row 11, overheard combo. A in the middle. Hi, I'm claustrophobic. Can you open the window? B, window. So I'm guessing this is OP. I don't know why it says overheard combo if they're in it. But. B, oh, I'm sorry. I get extreme motion sickness, so I'm going to keep it closed. A, this may be a problem. Flight crew. We have a conflict of interest. Will you switch seats with me? B. No, I booked a window seat for my purpose. Flight crew. We can move you, A, to emergency row. It's more room. A. No, that's too far back. Too far back? From what? From what? You're claustrophobic. It's more room. Flight crew. Well, we can move you 2 rows up in the middle. A. Visibly upset but calm and crying. No. B. That row might open the window. Would that be okay? A. I may have to get off. A ends up getting off calmly without work. Just avoided the whole flight, huh? Yikes. Okay, they must have really intense claustrophobia, but if that's the case, you'd think they would select the window seat originally. Comments. Everybody knows the rules. Window gets to lay their head against and controls the shade. Middle gets both armrests. Aisle gets to the bathroom whenever they want. Them's the rules. Verdict, you're not the a-hole. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that. Maybe they don't know the rules. Maybe they don't fly. It's their first time. But still, they were offered so many solutions, and that's why I have a problem. Like, I hate people that have a problem with every solution. Hate's a strong word, but I'm very annoyed by people that have a problem with every single solution. You're not even willing to try any of them. Okay, not the a-hole, but you could have compromised. You could have opened it halfway and closed your eyes during taxi. Oh, stop. I get motion sick, and I'm a motion sick person, but I don't really get motion sick on planes that much, somehow. I get motion sickness when I can't see where we're physically moving. So even just a little bit would help. I've been in this situation myself due to no windows available when I booked, and my window mate was happy to help. Not quite sure why you would book a window if you want it closed, because that's why. They wanted control of the window, so they booked control of the window. This is a little silly. Phobias are weird. Another option is if you get motion sickness, switch seats for the beginning of the flight. To me, making a slight compromise is an easy thing for 20 to 30 minutes. We're not switching seats for 20 minutes. Yuck, this person. Beth Ann, you're wild. 6 people laughed at that comment. Nobody liked it. Beth, you're out of control. Susie said, you are the a-hole. It takes nothing to be kind. I got to see some of the comments to that. Somebody said, so B should suffer to make A feel good. Daniel said, suffer. It's not like they're torturing them. So why is one person's phobia worse than another person's motion sickness? That's spoken by somebody without motion sickness, I guess. It is torture. There are varying degrees of motion sickness, but it's torture. Somebody said, Daniel, obviously you don't get motion sick. Nausea is torture. Barfing is torture. Vomit is torture. Somebody said, that's not how Be Kind works. Motion sickness is awful. It is suffering. And actually, the whole plane might suffer. True. True. They're not the a-hole. This person had plenty of solutions. You don't have to. I would say if you have no issue, it would be nice to be able to be kind and do that. But if you book that seat specifically, like I am booking this seat, sometimes it costs extra. That's what you booked it for. Okay. Anonymous participant. We recently moved into new housing development of duplexes, so new, in fact, that the street is not on Google Maps yet. Every single unit has its own address, not apartments. My husband went through the process of getting... That's messy, though, because, like, if you see one number on a building, but you don't know what that building goes up to, it's like 303, well, does this building go up to 603? Or should I be looking at the next building? You know, I don't know. My husband went through the process of getting the street and our address added to Google Maps and also went through all the steps with the post office to ensure we got our mail. We are friendly with our neighbors, but we are all so new here and busy that we are not on a first name basis with any of them. Last night, our doorbell rang, and it was a pizza delivery guy. We told him we didn't order a pizza and asked the address he has to see if we could get him to the right unit. The address he gave was ours. He gave us the first name on the order, and it wasn't a name we recognized, so he left. About 10 minutes later, the doorbell rings, and there's a girl fuming mad that we sent away her pizza. We've never met her before. We don't know what unit she came from. She called my husband an a-hole for not accepting the pizza and trying to find her. Miss Ma'am. Nice to meet you. Are we the a-holes for sending away the pizza that we didn't order? No. No, I feel bad for the pizza guy too. Somebody said, no, I only wish that you had been eating the pizza when she knocked. I have like sauce all over your face and down your shirt. No, pizza? Never met her. I don't know her. Not the a-hole. She should have given the correct address. Why would she expect a stranger to know who she is and where she lives? She didn't even expect that. She expected them to figure it out and go looking. just to like relieve the pizza guy of his duties, or maybe hold his hand, and they all go on a search party to figure out who ordered a pizza. Isn't there some countries with like point systems, like your personality points or your like social etiquette points? Maybe we need that. Not the a-hole. That's on the pizza place for not calling a phone number to find out. Right, don't they have a phone number? Yeah, they have to. It's the 2000 whatevers. Like, there's got to be a phone number attached to that. And she probably would have been a total jerk about that too. Like, ma'am, the address you gave me, I'm at it. You're not here. Ah. Or if he has to meet her down at like the front of the apartment, she'd have a fit about it. You can tell. You can tell. Nope, she's the a-hole for not giving the correct address. Like, why did she give the wrong address? If she's too stupid to know her own address, not to mention that rude and entitled, she doesn't deserve the pizza. Good luck living near that obnoxious dinglepuss. Dinglepuss. Alright. Let's go find another. It's hard on Facebook because a lot of them are like links to, I don't know. Am I the a-hole? I made plans with my wife and 2 sons to go to Hawaii, and my wife's parents would go too. I told my mom this morning that we were going to Hawaii, and I was hesitant to tell her because she always complains about my spending money going places and doing things, so I didn't think she would react this way. Instead of chastising me for spending money on a Hawaii trip, she was mad because I didn't invite her. And then she was really mad because I said I would need to run it by my wife and she could join us. If she could join us. My wife gets mad at me because whenever we take a trip, she asks why she can't come. I told her I really didn't mean to upset her. Am I the a-hole? As I reflect, I guess when my wife suggested we go to Hawaii and take her parents, I could have said, if we're taking your parents, we should offer my mom to join. Or no, we can't go. But I didn't. One more important item. My wife's dad is 84 and has Alzheimer's and dementia, so my wife wants to see him to see his son in Hawaii. His son just found out he has liver cancer. There's a lot going on with the in-laws, and this mother-in-law doesn't need to be going right now. It's not always, these aren't children. These aren't your children. You don't have to offer the same thing to one side as the other. Now, they're within reason, right? Like, I get some people have like these huge issues because one person in the marriage wants to have the holiday always, so they're within reason though. But if you want to have a special moment with one side of your family, you don't have to feel guilty about not inviting somebody from the complete opposite side of, not even that family. No, we're not doing that. People are insufferable. Somebody said traveling with a person that has dementia is very difficult. Since this trip is about getting your father-in-law to go visit his son, you need to ask yourself if your mother would help with that goal, or would she be an additional burden? She'd be a burden. She has burden energy. I can feel it. And even if she would help, like, no, we're not. This is a private. This is maybe even like stressful, or like we don't want to share this health issue that we have going on right now, or maybe even like last vacation of his life, like or this. Explain to your mom that you didn't mention the trip or invite her because of her unending negativity and criticism about whatever you do. And then the participant said, you are correct. I don't think I could tell her that. Well, then you're going to keep dealing with her criticism. Not the a-hole. You are allowed to take trips or do activities that don't include everyone. Somebody said, well, yes and no. I would ask why you would not consider your mother's feelings about not being asked if your wife's parents are going. Depends on how they get along. The need for your wife's dad to see his son, who is just diagnosed with liver cancer, is totally understandable. Maybe you could offer to take your mom on a trip some other time, explaining to her about the illness and issues this time. I'm not explaining shit. Thank God I don't have a mom like this. And neither does my husband. His mom is like non-existent. Because no. My mom would never like butt into something or ask why she wasn't invited. Like, I make time for my mom. That's our time. She does, my mom goes out, does all kinds of stuff, and I'm never like, why aren't I invited? And I'm the kid. Even sometimes, like, 2 of my siblings will go visit my mom, and I'm not like, oh my God, why not me? Because I'm here living my life, and maybe they had the same time off together. Like, it's not that serious. People just love to be upset. I don't like those kind of people. Don't get me wrong. I like to complain. But not about that. I got real life problems. Okay. Am I the a-hole? In my professional current role, I manage a large team. We all work from home. My team is awesome. We have weekly meetings via Teams, and I do know my staff on a personal level for the most part. I have a team member retiring. My direct manager is making plans since they are friends for a big party after company time. I have no interest in going. My time after work is my time. I'm a busy mom with 6 kids under 16. There's your excuse. The kids got sports. One of them has a sport. One of them has a cough right now. There's 6 of them. I am also a complete introvert. Is it wrong for me not to go? Most of the other team has no interest in going. Well, that's kind of sad. Come on. I think we've gotten very selfish with our time. Go for a half hour, give the retirement gift, shake their hand. This is fair. I mean, this is when you're making a decision and you have a chance to do something the easy way, something you don't want to do, but you can do it the easy way. And it's somebody you have an attachment to, like you've worked with them for a long time. I would say do a pop-in and do an Irish exit. Like, do the gift, the handshake, take a picture, take a couple pictures. People, when you post pictures, people will think you were there longer than you were. And then just don't say goodbye or anything. You just go to the bathroom and then you slide out the door. Sometimes as an adult and a manager, you have to do things you're not too fond of, right? Plus, it sounds like the stress of debating whether to go or not has already caused you more anguish than if you had just went and made a brief appearance. Yeah, you don't have to get dressed up. Like, here's the difference, like with the window guy and this, the window person on the plane, like, you already made specific plans, right? But here, you don't actually have any real plans. I think that you can just pop in. You can just pop in, show your respects. Do you know how many funerals and wakes I didn't want to go to because I didn't really know that person that well? But in the end, I made the decision to just do a brief walkthrough just for the people I know that are mourning that person. Give them a hug, show them support, and then I kick rocks. It's kind of like one of those situations. And somebody disagreed. The celebrant should have people wanting to be there than feeling forced to attend. People do pick up on energy depending on how many people are involved, and the retiree really notice. Right, but we're not saying stay the whole day. Working with someone does not mean that things are automatic. That would be just like someone in the family. We have to love them. Well, somebody said, yeah, but they should go and then just not act like a child for having to go. It's called being an adult and paying respects. Exactly. Sometimes we just have to be big boys and girls, show up and smile. It's the right thing to do. A good manager would go for 30 minutes. Yeah, don't be the dick manager. Also, it's for the morale of the, it's So, like, you got this good team going. And then you're not going to participate in one quick little, you can't do one. And they still have to work. So would you go to mine? You're my manager. You skipped out on, so you probably wouldn't go to mine either. So I guess my performance is going to be a crybaby now. Like, let's find another one. All right. This is J with an E. J-E-Y. So just curious. So I'm a teacher. Every day is a long day. Today I had to do some errands. My stomach's growling. To run after school. So I was just going to be a little later than 4:30. On the way home, I was starving, so I was going to stop somewhere and grab some food for everyone. But then I just figured I would wait till I got home and ask everyone what they wanted. I go home. No one's there. They roll around at 5:30. I asked where they were. They said Freddy's. It's an awesome burger place that is kind of far, so we don't go often. And I ask, where's mine? Oh, we didn't get you one. What? Seriously? Yeah, we figured you'd be late. I'm like, Dad knew what time I would be home. Anyway, I got peeved. I thought about it. Then I got up and left. My husband asked where I'm going, and I tell him that I'm going out to get some food. I'm sitting here at Red Lobster drinking a margarita and eating endless shrimp. Am I the a-hole? Oh, I don't even know why you'd write about that. You solved it. Solved. I don't even think your family cares. Like, I would say, like, send them a picture so that they know you got some good food tonight. But they're probably like, okay, we're full. Good for you. Somebody said, not the a-hole, get another margarita. Like, why are you sitting there in guilt? They're fed. Not the a-hole, that's messed up. How hard would it have been to text you? But she didn't text them like, hey, what's the plan? Or, so, it's not that serious. Somebody said, and how hard would it have been for original poster to text that she was thinking of stopping somewhere? Communication is a two-way street. Let's see. It's about a total lack of consideration and respect. You know they'll be hungry. It rarely occurs to anyone that we might be hungry too. It's like moms who asked someone else to fill her Christmas stocking so she got nothing. If this is a recurring thing, then we'll talk about that. But she's talking about a one-off. So why are we talking about it? And I'm a mom and I get it. But she never said this happens all the time. She's like, tonight I got a little peeved because of this thing that happened. Well, you're allowed to be a little peeved when you see that, but you already solved it. You went out and had put it on your husband's credit card. Okay. We put almost everything and everyone ahead of ourselves, and they know it. You're not the a-hole. Somebody said, well, I'm sorry, but you're the a-hole for posting this. You obviously know in this situation you're not the a-hole. A simple call or text would have solved this whole ordeal and made it a non-issue. Sounds like a communication breakdown on both of y'all's parts. Instead, you post here to get validation for your hurt feelings and effectively invite everyone to join your pity party and then passively aggressively leave without talking to your husband and why you're upset. I'd suggest y'all figure out how to communicate with each other because it doesn't seem like this communication style is working. You should have texted on your way home or when you got home and they weren't there, and he should have texted you when you went through the drive-thru. Or just, who cares? Did you all get fed? I get posting it while you're hungry because I'm super irrational when I'm hungry. But I'm not thinking about that once I take my first bite of seafood. Okay, I win. I won. Somebody said the most posts on this page, the poster knows they are or are not the. Well, I agree with that. It's the internet. It's just how we waste our time these days. But most people are saying, not the a-hole, not the a-hole. I would have had another margarita and get another husband. Yes, please, divorce your husband for this one incident. He took your kids out to dinner so you could have some time. Like, why isn't anybody looking at it like that? And I'm not one to give men a bunch of free passes, okay? But you were out doing your errands and stuff, and he was like, get in the car. We'll just take care of dinner, and mom can, figure her one adult self out. For all I know, she's out to eat already. I'm going to solve this problem right now. And she won't have to worry about feeding none of us. Nobody's looking at it like that. I'm confused. I think I might be on the opposite side, which is rare, of this one. But anyways, if you watched this all the way to the end, you had some fun judging others with me. Thank you very much. I hope you have a good rest of your day, evening, good night, sleep. And I will see you all real soon.